Well, welcome to my space, precious souls. I've had some serious downloads and channeled messages, which one of them actually prompted me to have to sit down and write them out. Um, it was long, lengthy, and wow, just wow. And part of this is a song. It started, believe it or not, when I was in the shower. I was just washing my hair, and then this channeled message came through, and then they skipped to this these lyrics, this part of a song that I started like so long ago, and the lyrics were there, and I never finished the song because I didn't. It was just like a haunting song. These first few lyrics. Anyways, they pulled that back and they said that is for this, and then they gave me the words that they want to this song. This whole channeled message was like from twin flames. From one twin flame to another is really weird, eerie, haunting, yet I was detached from it, hard to explain. But, and of course, there's always a catch, right? Because they don't only have us deliver messages to help teach or guide, there's always a lesson in it for us, or there's always learning through teaching. And of course, for a long time now, I used to be a singer and play instruments and write music and write poetry and write books and write and paint and all kinds of creative things. Well, since this last full moon, they gifted me with stronger and more channeled messages. They had me create a very short segment of some of the rest of this song, which I'm supposed to sing and play guitar, which honestly, I'm going to be straight up, terrifies me. It's because that there's like a lot of trauma in that. And right now I could feel my mouth getting so dry and I'm a little scared, but they want me to do this and they want me to deliver it in this way. And they said this is important, but of course I know I'm catching on. They're trying to force me out of a fear too, but I need to deliver this. It's confusing. And honestly, it's a lot uneasy right now, but so I'm going to do it. Please bear with me. I don't typically play a lot of guitar, and certainly I don't do a lot of singing lately. It's just I've been focused on other things. So bear with me. Maybe you'll get something out of this. I'm going to play the segment of the song that they kept playing over and over until I'd write it down. And then I'm going to read to you the message from a twin flame. Okay? It's very interesting. All right. Try my best, guys. Bear with me. Okay. I don't even know if I'm supposed to use a pick, quite honestly. Nope. Stone hearts weren't made to feel after they've been cold for so long. The light and the love I'm sending you is fighting with your shadow side so strong. Walk on through that darkness and know I'm waiting on the other side. Step away from the walls where your wounded ego hides. And they wouldn't go any further than that. That's what I kept getting over and over, and it wouldn't stop until I wrote it down. And honestly, I begged and pleaded, can I get somebody else to do this? And there was no way. So thank you for letting me stumble through that. Yeah, that was a lot of writing, so I did my best to type it out so I can hopefully see it a little better. I'm going to read you the twin flame message, and hopefully I get this right. All right. Channeled message from a twin flame. My precious twin flame, this label so loosely overused. Please allow me to explain what we are. Our journey is a very difficult one. We volunteered to leave our home of great peace, love, and safety in another realm to assist our soul families who have been trapped in the dense energy of the third dimension. They have been unable to ascend and return home. They are lost and oblivious to their true existence. We made the decision to split two souls to increase the chances for success. We knew that if one of us failed, the other would be magnetically pulled to the other. When together, we trigger each other into higher awareness by bringing to light the unhealed parts of ourselves that require healing. The separating and returning is designed to create a catalyst that creates a strong desire to confront deep-rooted traumas that have kept us in a lower vibrational frequency. This journey is a very challenging one and threatens all who embark on it with becoming imprisoned in the world of illusions and programming by the lower vibrational energies that are currently being stripped of their power. Our families have become enslaved in this realm, used and manipulated into manifesting the desires of the lower vibrational beings who are unable to connect with source and manifest for themselves. The entities continue to feed off of the creative life force of our light workers, preventing them from breaking out of the spell they are under. Some of the light workers descended in an attempt to help the others ascend, but also fell victim to the traps of attachment. This rescue mission is of the utmost importance. There has been great care and a considerable amount of fortitude sent to the 3D world to ensure success of the ascension of every soul. The strength of our souls, coupled with the spirit guides, is strong enough to carry out this mission. The true battle will be with the ego. Our painful journey, compiled of traumatic experiences and circumstances, along with abusive people, was paramount. Those experiences were pre-planned by design to help prepare us emotionally, physically, psychologically, and intellectually, and empathically for our true purpose. Healing requires confronting the traumatic wounds and false beliefs bestowed by those who influenced us on our path. Feelings of low self-worth, lack and resentment, fear, and the injuries to ego need to be seen for the illusions they are. The only way to heighten our vibration and remember who we are is by turning the unconditional love inward, by forgiving all who hurt us, understanding that those challenges were designed to be the catalyst that thrust us into growth, forgiving ourselves for not advocating for ourselves in those situations, but choosing to advocate for ourselves now. Empowered by breaking through the false illusions of being unlovable or less deserving is the driving force behind our devotion to wanting to help others to do the same, to find their same freedom. We are experiencing another of our challenges. We are in separation. Our time together triggered each other and the unhealed wounds as by design. We were given the opportunity to see the related aspects, the runner and the chaser game, the deep-rooted insecurities that prompted the hurtful things we said or did. In time, the exchanges became toxic. Competitive feelings, anger, doubt, broken trust continued to threaten our egos. I was being tested to choose myself again. My boundaries were being disrespected. By choosing to protect my energy, I triggered more of your inner wounds. You felt rejected, which helped to solidify your false beliefs about love being too painful to embrace. Because I had chosen to confront my traumas early in life, doing the shadow work, I was further along in my healing path than you. You had placed me on a pedestal, believing that you were undeserving of what I had to offer. There were also times you questioned my intentions as a result of the status you placed me on. Your ego had you blinded to the fact that we are one. I am you. the reflection of what you can be infuriated your ego, as it only enhanced the raw vulnerability in you that still needs healing. For the longest time, I could feel our connection. My energy was being drained with every pain you felt. The dark attachments were pulling vindictively on my energy. They threatened to keep me tied to where you stood, refusing to grow. I was left with no choice but to cut cords with you so I could continue on this journey. Your ego has convinced you that I never loved you. Your ego has been convincing you of many lies to hold you in that space. Your soul knows better. I pray for you from a safe distance. I pray that you limit the damages to our soul through your toxic choices. I pray that the magnetic pull you feel to reconnect with your counterpart will be enough to push you to heal. I have reached a level of vibrational frequency where only those who are on their healing journey can reach me. I continue to heal and grow in faith that one day you will take your place on your throne beside me in our kingdom. If for any reason we don't meet again in this carnation, know that I will return again to find you. Please take care of our soul. So that was, I got goosebumps. Oh, yeah. I delivered. Just, so all of this was, it was very a strange feeling. It was calm, unemotional. It was detached. There was a sadness, but it was so distant. It wasn't mine. It was far. It was like the person, the soul writing this through me understood on a very higher detached level that they must succeed, that they could not allow the ego to be controlling what guided them next. And it was almost a test in itself that that soul chose to move forward despite the ego's pull to hold them back in this attachment, because this part of the twin soul was the unhealthy attachment, very clingy, because that soul in their life growing up always chased love, never felt loved, never felt good enough, never felt worthy of love, so always chased love and therefore chased it away and created the runner. Now, this aspect of the soul, this half of the soul, was speaking to its other half of the soul, which was in darkness, and was trying to remind and awaken that aspect of its soul, its other half, to see that their unhealthy runner aspect, it's like the unhealthy attachment versus the avoidant. It was a constant push and pull, and you can understand the story based on what they put through there, and I won't try to create something different because that is what came through. But my understanding was I was sitting in both sides of this soul, feeling both, and the agony by when they were together and how toxic it became, to the point where in order to carry out what they really came here for, they had to detach. Well, they each went on their own way again and learn, and then hopefully find each other again. And the journey of a twin flame, from my understanding, is they are together, they disconnect and are together, and they disconnect, and they are triggering each other's wounds when they're together, yet they're pulled together. They try to get away, and then they learn some other things, and they have their karmic partners that they do, and then they find each other again, and they're all happy, and then it triggers them again, and they go out and deal with the karmics again. And it isn't until they search within themselves that they remember who they are, and they awaken to their higher purpose, and they continue to increase their vibration, their frequency, to the point where they can see each other as a whole aspect of each other, separate. Each of them finding the balance between the masculine and feminine in each side, to the point where they can work together but separate in life. And it is like, I guess, what could create a power couple, what is known as the cliche of a power couple, where they are completely a healthy attachment, detachment style. They trust each other. they've learned to fall into a deeper love with each other. They have healed all the aspects of themselves, and they have each other's back, but they still have their own individual purpose, but together. It was a very complicated message. It was it was beautiful, and it was complicated. And I think that's what twin flames are, and maybe why people who go through narcissistic relationships, even some of them being compared to a twin flame relationship, because each of them equally will put each other through such trauma and such pain that they are by design going to trigger the unhealed parts of themselves and thrust them into growth. And it's a choice on whether they can see it for what it is instead of being lost in that victimhood, the ego crying and sad and angry and bitter and destructive, but instead trigger them to see this is unhealed in me, and these cycles continue to repeat. And until I change what's inside, only then will it reflect what's on the outside. So if you're searching for your counterpart, your true soulmate, if you will, this is the key to doing that. All right, I really hope this helps somebody. I've confronted some fears. It was a little terrifying. And at the same time, I was blessed with this incredible message, which I got to deliver. So I do feel so divinely blessed to be a part of it. I'm sending you so much light and love, and please always rule and lead with love. You cannot fail if you rule and lead and live through compassion. Try to put yourself in another's shoes, and you will be able to see the truth in something. You will see the truth, and it is in that doing that you will be so empowered and be able to get through anything detached in a healthy way. Sending so much love and light, guys. Take care.